Hey guys, what's going on? Lance here at FMG. Instead of doing a playthrough videos for Infamous, I figure I just kind of like do like an impressions video, sort of review as I go. So starting off here, this is a just the spray paint stuff where you tag around town. If you haven't played the game yet, they've changed. It still has the same formula, but not a lot's changed, but enough has changed. So, yeah, this time around you go around tagging. You can tag stuff, as you can see here, and then instead of just like slowly taking back territories piece by piece, what you do is you go to these DUP controlled areas and you disable them. You get like all the like little side quests and stuff pop up on your map. As you do that, there'll be like a little percentage that shows in the corner, and once you get it below 30%, you can activate this mission here, where you call in and they basically come in and attack you. And yeah, once you do that, you get like control of the I guess it is control of the district. You get like a spawn point there. So it's really, really beneficial to do, because if not, you'll just be spawning back at the beginning of the map every time. So, but I would like to talk about the powers for a bit. The basic setup is still the same when in regards from Cole's lightning to Delson's smoke abilities, except for the dash you just saw there. He doesn't have the combat roll or cover option that Cole did. I'm sorry. What he has now is that dash, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty invincible, or at least mostly invincible while doing it. So, but as you can see, there's no more like the little like power shards. They had the dots in Infamous 2. This is just like a bar at the bottom. And one of the main differences is that your normal shots actually drain your energy meter this time around. So it's you can't be as reckless as you could with Cole, because Cole, you could just, especially when playing Infamous, you can just, or the Infamous style, instead of being the hero, you'll just go around and you can shoot whatever and not have to worry about much. So I'm kind of getting fucked up here at the moment. So, but overall, Delson still controls the same as Cole. Like with the way he falls and stuff, it's pretty, he kind of floats. He also has, as you've seen before, he's got, instead of static thrusters, I forgot what it's called here, but he hovers. It's the same hover ability. He also, you got your basic shot. You've got your the blast, which kind of acts like a shotgun. Oh, and that vent travel there, that's really useful later, because you get there's an upgrade you get later that heals you when you do it, so it's really beneficial to get that right off as soon as you can. So, what was I saying? Oh, the abilities. Yeah, you got your basic stuff, your normal shot, the blast, which is kind of like a shotgun, I guess if you were to compare it to a shooter. They also have an air dash, and you can get 2 of them, which is really helpful for getting around. There's, standard grenade option, and then the rockets there. And what's really cool here is that it was one of my issues with the Infamous games, is that those rockets you got late in the game, and I didn't mind it as much in the first game because they were really powerful, but in Infamous 2 you got them late in the game as well, and it was just kind of like it didn't feel like there's any progress. It had that that Metroid / Castlevania Symphony of the Night syndrome, where you had all your really awesome powers and equipment at the beginning, and then you just lose them. Which, it works for those games. Well, I'll say it works for Symphony of the Night. I'm not a Metroid fan most of the time, so. But Infamous 2, it just felt like, they needed a reason to treat you like a rookie again, which, one of the reasons why I didn't like that game, and one of the reasons I was hesitant to play this, because, I loved the first Infamous game. I really did. But when I played 2, I played the demo, and it just felt more the same, and I was just like, whatever. But I waited shit, I waited a long time to play. It came out in like 2011. Because I beat Infamous 1 like right when it came out. Like I bought it and beat it. And then Infamous 2, I played the demo, wasn't too impressed. So I just waited for, I want to say just earlier this year is when I beat it. So and I did enjoy it. But I think part of the reason why I enjoyed it so much was because I waited so long to play it. And that's what I was going to do with Second Son. But my brother-in-law let me borrow his copy, so I figure, I might as well just give it a shot. And that dash subdue ability you get is really helpful. So anyway, and then you get control of the district with that. So it's really, it's not hard. Like I said, that was on expert mode, and there's a few instances. But anyway, here's the power up screen. You have your basic smoke. And like I say, it just shows all the stuff that you do, and the way you level up in this game is by collecting the blast shards. Which is, it's good because, like, the way they treat them in this game is that it's, hey, there's these machines that we use to power them with, and you blow up these machines and you get the shards, and instead of just like running around and collecting them, which I always thought was a pain in the ass in the first game. So, but yeah, you can, with smoke, you get to see all the basic abilities there. There's, I think, 2 other powers you get. I'm assuming concrete is the other one. I don't know what the other one is. It's something weird. I remember reading about it. So, anyway, this is like, I would say this mission here is the first big story mission where you climb the Space Needle. And the other thing that really bugs me about the Infamous games is the fact that there's no real indoor missions. Like Infamous 1, yeah, sure, you, oh yeah, and just real quick there, when you see that, this game, like, has the gimmicks with the touchpad, which I can kind of forgive since it's, a first-gen, or, yeah, basically a first wave of PS4 games, so they're going to find a gimmick to use so people don't think it's useless, which in reality, it pretty much, it's whatever. It doesn't get in the way, so I won't complain too much. But the thing with Infamous was that, like I said, there was no indoor missions, and it just, everything's outside, and it's just kind of, whatever. That just didn't appeal to me. I really wanted to, be able to go indoors and wreak some havoc and see what's going on then. I was hoping that's what would happen with the series moving to PS4, was, they could produce the effects that I was hoping they'd be able to do. So I hear there's not too many indoor missions in here, but I guess I'll figure out. Kind of fucked that up. So I'll figure it out. So far, story-wise, haven't uncovered much besides this Augustine chick that has the concrete abilities, a fucking bitch. Delsin's pretty cool. The voice actor, I think, is Troy Baker, so he's the same guy that did the Joker for Arkham Origins, the main character of The Last of Us, and he's done a ton of other work. I just can't remember off the top of my head. So, yeah, this is what I would consider to be the first, like, real main story mission, besides your introductory where you get into Seattle. Like I said, this is just going to be like I'm just going to kind of piece these videos together. It's not going to be a full in-depth playthrough like I've done before, just because, just judging from what I've seen, people don't always sit through a full video, so I figure I'd just show off some stuff from the game. Oh, that's the other thing too, is when you're walking around you can see that you just have that the aiming rectal open all the time, and yeah, you see me doing that there where it assumes the shoulder, it goes, zooms in to shoot. You don't need that. Like, you can just, sorry, I fucked that up. You can just shoot whenever. It's like right there. You can just shoot. I'm not a fan of it because I don't feel as accurate with it. But like I said, that was like one of the main things they changed. Like I say, what else to talk about? The story. Like I said, I haven't discovered too much yet. You guys will see it in future videos. I'll try and like at least hit the big story moments. Oh, that's right. Instead of having that like amp or whatever Cole had in the second game, which was a major upgrade from just the because melee in the first game was just totally useless. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's the grenade. That's really useful because it makes them all kind of stand back and cough, which is kind of a cool thing, considering he controls smoke. So, yeah, melee attacks in the first game were just completely useless. They changed that, thankfully, in the second game, made them much more... There's at least a use to them. So, let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, this is I think it's pretty much the first boss fight. You got a guy with the concrete ability. You know, you just use dash to get out of it. So, yeah, melee in this game, Delsin uses a chain, which I can't help but think is kind of like a nod to Ghost Rider, considering his smoke/fire abilities kind of... Some of them remind me of what you would see in a Ghost Rider comic. So, oh man, I'm getting fucked up. I'm probably gonna die again. Like I said, I think this game is a lot more challenging than Infamous 1 and 2 on the harder difficulties. But at the same time, I'm sure the abilities later you get will just... It won't even be much of a difference. So, but we'll see. As you can see, there's the three little rockets right now above my energy meter, which those, like I say, in the other games, you know, you could just shoot the rockets whenever. This one you only have a certain amount, and they don't recharge, and they only come back as you recharge. So, but like I say, so far it's been a pretty fun and enjoyable experience. I've had a few difficulties here and there, like I think I'm probably going to have here. That dash is just unbelievably useful. But some of the changes that I don't like is that they've moved everything to the shoulder buttons, which at least the PS4 controller... Oh wait, I didn't die. So at least the PS4 controller is better suited to that. Like, one of the reasons why I could never get into playing like Mafia 2 or Bioshock or any other 2K game on PS3 was because they always... Since the 360 versions use their triggers as aiming and shooting, and when that transitioned to PS3, it just didn't work well for me. I'm used to R1 being shoot. So, but the PS4 controller, really, the triggers, if you haven't played one yet, they're not like convex like they were on the PS3 pad. They're more convex. They kind of dip a little bit, so it's really comfy on your fingers. But some of the things I don't like is, like, in the first games, you always have to aim. You always have to hit L1 to start aiming. R1 was shoot, square grenade, triangle rockets, and X was your blast. In this game, it's all moved to the top. R2 is your aim. L2 is aim. R2 is shoot. You have to hold R2 to charge up and release the blast, which I'm not a fan of. Like, you probably haven't even seen me use it in this video. Grenades are L1, and R1 is for your rockets. And like I say, all the interactions or stuff are done with the touchpad. It just feels like a cheap gimmick to me. But I mean, it works. It's not like it's a total hassle, because it's just like hitting the start button, I guess. It's like, yeah, to absorb the smoke there, I just have to go up and touch the D-pad. Also, Troy Baker does a fantastic job doing Delsin's like little quotes and quips and taunts mid-game. He does a fantastic job, because the character is much more he's kind of sarcastic, kind of an asshole sometimes. Kind of a little bit like Dante from Devil May Cry. So, Troy Baker does an excellent job with the voice, as he does in almost all of his roles that I've seen him as. And this is how you get your new powers. You drain their relay cores or whatever they are. So I completely forgot how you get them in Infamous 2, but Infamous 1 you had to go down into the sewers and do the whole little trial there. Another thing too is I don't have any cinematics recorded here, but when you see the cinemas, they're really good. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to age as well, like most of the first wave of a new console is. Like, when you first played Assassin's Creed, when back in like what was it, '07, when they first came out, it looked amazing. But now you look at it, you're just like, well, yeah, you can tell it's aged. So anyway, I guess that's his new ability, because Cole has the Ionic Vortex or whatever, the giant tornado in Infamous 2. I'm guessing this is Delsin's. It's like a meteor drop or whatever. So, like I say, I was kind of disappointed. You don't go inside the Space Needle; you just climb up and around it. It's didn't feel too. Like I say, it just feels like everything else. Like, I just hope that I don't know how this one ends, but I'm sure that they'll make a sequel. So, it's been cool. Oh, also his jacket's customizable. I didn't know that till after, I think right before this mission. And also right here, I didn't know what to do. I was like, what's it doing? But you get to choose the tag / graffiti you put up on the flag. So I'm taking the top 2 are for your Hero Guardian playthroughs, and bottom 2 are for your Infamous playthroughs. So, but yeah, that's all I've got right now for Infamous. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping to get more of these up sometime soon. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll try and capture as much of it as I can. So, oh, there's Augustine. She's a fucking bitch. Can't wait to take her out. So, alright guys, I'll see you on the next video of FMG. Probably uploaded on Saturday.